Hey everyone, it's Fairy Tale 312. It's manga time once again, and it's entitled Threesomes. Now, I was really kind of worried that Mashima wouldn't do this as well as he could, but luckily he manages to pull it off. It's actually the fight between Minerva, Kagura, and Erza. And, I was really looking forward to it. I was like, come on, Mashima, please do this right. Don't just let in it, because, I went into this thinking that Erza was just going to wipe the floor with everyone, because that's kind of what you expect from Fairy Tale these days. But luckily it doesn't happen that way. They're actually quite even, the three of them. Rufus says that Minerva's the most powerful, but he's bound to say that because he's a Sabretooth member. Kagura doesn't know why Erza is shielding Jalal. She knows that Jalal's caused Erza a lot of suffering, so she can't quite understand it. Minerva wants to restore Sabretooth's lost glory. And so basically, they're all fighting for something. Kagura and Erza have quite similar fighting styles, but Minerva actually has these weird, lights on her hands that she can blast people with, and strangely she can actually capture things in them as well. I'm not sure if it's moves space and time or not, because I didn't really understand that too well, but I'll go into that a little bit later. So their fighting's actually quite even. As one of them hits the other, someone hits someone else, and it's sort of going back and forwards. Like, say for example, Minerva will hit Erza going for a kill, Kagura will come and hit Minerva, then Erza will hit Kagura. There's no side taking at the moment anyway. At the moment. I say that because Minerva tries to change the battle a bit by capturing Miliana in one of these lights of hers. Now this is what I mean, I don't understand how she does this. Does she sort of just click her fingers, Miliana appears there in the lights? Is she doing this somewhere else? Is this just a vision of what's happening to Miliana? I don't think it is. I think Miliana's actually there. And, so now I think it's possibly going to change sides a bit, because Miliana has a connection to both Erza and Kagura. She's in Kagura's guild, and she was one of Erza's best friends. And now Minerva's like, yeah, I'm absorbing her power, what are you going to do about it? So I do think we might see an Erza-Kagura team up. I think they'll both defeat Minerva, because Minerva's kind of the villain of this fight. And then it will be a final showdown between Erza and Kagura. And then we move on to the next part, which is pretty interesting. It's all Princess Hisui and Darton. And they're talking about the future of the world and what will happen if Eclipse is used and what will happen when the Daimato Enbo ends. And apparently Hisui was told by the mystery hooded person, who she says is from the future, so that kind of gives us an idea who it was. And she says that it depends on who wins the Daimato Enbo as to the fate of the world. And she says that a certain victory will bring about something or other. And that's made me think maybe if it is down to Kagura and Erza, it will somehow end in a draw. Maybe not, I don't know, but I do hope that the world does kind of end, because that would be interesting to see what happens there, because the dragons will probably come down, and basically stuff will actually happen. Back in the Pitfall Palace, we finally see who the hooded person is, in conjunction with what Hisui is saying. They take the hood off, and it's Lucy. So everyone who said future Lucy was right. I'm not entirely sure how this even works. Is that Edolas Lucy? I don't know. I mean, who the hell's future Lucy? Someone, let me know in the comments below. Well, at least we finally know who it is, And she doesn't have an arm either, apparently, if predictions were right and what people were saying before. But yeah, she wants Natsu to lend her his strength, and that's the chapter. It was really good. It was long, and it had colour pages at the beginning. Like I said, it was nice. The Minerva Erza Kagura fight's not over. I expect that to go on for maybe 3 chapters, 2 more chapters after this. They'll defeat Minerva, and then they'll be left to duke it out together. I don't know whether Shizzle's going to go down before the fight ends or not, because it's eventually going to go down. I know it's been foretold now for the last 10 chapters, but eventually it is going to go down. I'm going to give this chapter a 9. The only problem is that it was a little bit slow. The second part was better than the first part, I think, even though the first part was still pretty good. I like learning all the new stuff to do the story. The fights are nice, but I like learning the new stuff. And the fight wasn't as flashy as I hoped it would be either. I kind of hope we see more flash later on. Not in that way, because there's plenty of that, because it's Mashima, but I mean in terms of style and skill and swordplay. I was really expecting more. But, yeah, that's kind of it for my review. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Please don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/MrTomato304. But until then, I'm not entirely sure when we have another manga chapter, because it's Christmas and the schedule's really messed up. I know there's a 2-week wait week break in Jump somewhere coming up. We might get another Bleach and Naruto next week. I'm not sure. If anyone has any idea, let me know in the comment section below. But apart from that, if I don't see you again until after New Year, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year, everyone. See you then.